Today, we're talking about building confidence with video. As always, we are recording this webinar, and if you registered for this, you'll receive a recording to a link to the recording in an email later today, along with some additional resources to our webinars page, video inspiration, our support page, things like that. I'm also including a new survey in that recap email. So if you have, it literally takes 5 seconds to do to fill out that survey, I would so appreciate it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie Scott. I am the Customer Success Enablement Manager here at One Day. I get to train, excuse me, guys. I get to train, educate, provide tools to One Day customers, and really just be an advocate for video communication and share how awesome it is. I have been in this world for about 10 years in some capacity. I've done everything from being a multimedia journalist slash reporter on TV. I have been a support person for a video messaging company, have done onboarding, and today absolutely thrilled to be the enablement manager here at One Day. If you have questions during the webinar today, please put those into the chat area. I'll try and keep an eye on that as best I can. If I don't get to your question right away, we'll definitely address it during our Q&A portion. As always, I really appreciate all of you being here today. We're going to be together for the next 30 minutes. And why are we here today? Well, as I mentioned, we're talking about building confidence with video. And like I usually do with these webinars, I want to kick things off with a couple questions related to our topic at hand. So let me get those poll questions up for you. And the first question is coming to you right now. Hopefully y'all can see that. Question number one, do you feel comfortable on camera? Yes or no? No wrong answer here. First gut reaction, yes or no? Do you feel comfortable on camera? All right. Looks like most people have answered. Let's share those results. All right. So about 68% of you are saying no, not really comfortable. 32% are saying yes. That's pretty much what I expected. The second question that I want to ask all of you, I can get it pulled up here, is has your level of comfort on camera ever stopped you from recording a video? Yes or no? Okay. Some people still answering. Okay, I think we've got most everybody. Let's share the results of this. 67% saying yes, okay, and 33% saying no. I love doing these questions. It's always so interesting. Thanks for answering those, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope that looking at these answers, for those of you who said, no, I don't feel comfortable on camera, yes, it has stopped me before, that you'll see from this poll, you're not alone. There's so many other people who are feeling what you're feeling today. Thank you again for answering those. All right, well, let's talk about kind of the pain, the value, and the goal of today. This whole building confidence with video thing. Why are we talking about this? We know that many people don't like seeing and hearing themselves on camera, or they have video phobia, as I like to call it. Why? Well, as humans, we have a fear of being judged. We can't see the facial expressions of others, and according to Ness Labs, the camera is this cold eye that doesn't provide any of the human signals we normally use to assess how our behaviors are interpreted, which can lead to anxiety because our brain doesn't have the information it needs to figure out how we're doing. It can be hard to talk to a camera because it feels like we're talking into a void. And finally, it can lead to self-consciousness. We are so much more aware of ourselves because we're seeing ourselves. We overthink. We become obsessed with minor imperfections that we wouldn't notice if we were talking to somebody face to face because we can't see ourselves when we talk to somebody face to face. All of that, it can lead to people just not recording at all. The value that I want you to see in this webinar and building confidence in general is that when you feel more confident, you'll want to create more videos, and it'll increase your efficiency because you won't have to write out plain text emails anymore. The goal is to provide you with some simple confidence boosters so you can create videos that you are genuinely proud of. Our takeaways and agendas from today. I've already said this, I'm going to say it probably a few more times today, but a really big takeaway is you are not alone. So many people are experiencing the same feelings you have felt or are feeling today. We're in this together. Second thing, we're going to share some top tips to becoming confident on camera. Very easy solutions that you can start implementing today. Then we're going to hear from a few one-day customers. They're going to share their testimonials on what they've done to feel more confident on camera. And finally, I want to share a reminder about evergreen videos. This is a topic that we dove into during last month's webinar, and I want to share how these can help you on the days that you're just not feeling so confident and you don't want to record a brand new video. So let's dive into the first confidence on camera tip. And I do want to check on chat here just real quick, make sure that we are all good to go. All right. Step number 1, look your best to feel your best. I don't know about you, but I always feel better and just ready to conquer the day when I have real clothes on, not sweatpants. I know a lot of us are still working from home, in some capacity sometimes. And, it really just feels better when I look how I would want to if I were, meeting somebody in person. I've done something to my appearance. It can be as simple as putting on a favorite outfit, maybe adding a little bit of makeup, brushing your hair, wearing a favorite tie or accessory. It's going to look a little different for each of us, but just do something that makes you feel a little bit more confident. Again, look how you would want to if you were delivering your video message to somebody, but in person, face to face. Physical confidence is, of course, great, but I also want you to remember that at the core of everything we're talking about is humanity and realizing that we are all human. So that being said, things happen. If your hair isn't exactly how you want it to look, you forgot to put some lipstick on, you wish you had a different shirt to wear, whatever it is, I can guarantee that your recipients will not care. We are our biggest critics. So please remember that and don't get caught up in minor imperfections. Second thing, background. Before you take a seat at your desk or wherever you're recording from, look around. Make sure your background is how you want it to look because your audience is going to see this as well. Second thing, I always say aim for a natural setting. I really do think these are better than virtual ones because it allows your audience to see what is going on in your life, to get you more, to make another connection beyond the one that you're already trying to create. Maybe you have a poster or a book in your background, and as your recipient is watching your video, they might say, "Oh my gosh, I love that sports team," or "That's one of my favorite books," something like that. Third thing, if you are a fan of virtual backgrounds, if you're like, "I just don't have any good natural settings to record in," I totally get it. Use a virtual background if that makes you feel more comfortable. But keep in mind, you will have to do that outside of One Day because we currently don't have virtual backgrounds in our system. You would have to do this either through Zoom or another platform, record a video in there, and then upload it into your One Day account. So just keep that in mind. Third thing, have good lighting during your videos. People want to be able to see your face when they watch your video, so make sure you're in a well-lit area. And to boost the appearance of your video even more, maybe consider getting a cheap ring light for your desk or for your phone. Having good lighting will also just make your videos look better and will give you more confidence when recording and sending it off. You can see there's two different pictures on here. The left one is obviously the one we're going for. The one on the right isn't terrible, but it just doesn't look as warm or welcoming for recipients. If you're somebody who's interested in maybe getting a ring light, again, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to show you real quick, hopefully without blinding all of you, what mine looks like. Simple. I think I paid 10 bucks for this and it just sits on top of my monitor. You might want it to be somewhere else during your setup. But that is lighting. And the last thing, camera angle and filter. Make your videos look like normal conversations. When you're recording via your mobile device, try to avoid having the camera angled way up here or way down here. Have it straight on, look like a normal conversation. Also, don't forget to make eye contact with the camera. It makes such a big difference. And I know this is something that can be really challenging for people. They want to look at themselves at the screen, make sure everything is in focus, in frame, hair still looking good, all of that. I totally get it. But it feels so much more personal for your audience when you look into the camera versus down at the screen. And be aware of this as well when you're recording via your mobile device. I know it's kind of hard to pinpoint the camera sometimes, but try to avoid looking at the screen and look into that tiny lens of the camera. As far as a filter, we don't have a full-on filter feature at this time where you can pick and choose different filters. However, if this is something that you're interested in, we do have a feature within our mobile app that allows you to smooth out your videos if you want a little bit of a confidence boost. It's a sparkly wand icon in the recording area of the mobile app. So again, check that out if you need a little confidence boost and want, kind of a filter feature as part of your videos. Those are our big confidence on camera tips. Again, very simple solutions that you can start implementing today. Just make your videos look a little bit better and make yourself feel more confident. All right. Well, now I want to play a couple testimonials from one-day customers. These are what I would call champions, people who record a lot. Are they video experts by any means? No, but they are constantly diving into one day and recording on a consistent basis. So they're going to share with us what they've done to feel more confident on camera.
Confidence. Confidence for me was a very hard situation because I never really had confidence. So when they brought this One-A-Day app to us, I was very nervous about One-A-Day because I didn't want to see myself on video. And then one day I just decided I'm going to put myself out there. And so I started off with just a couple One-A-Days. Now I've grown my confidence, so I do about 5 or more One-A-Days a day. And I think that really helps me bring my confidence in because a lot of my leads get to see me as a person, and it's not just my voice over the phone or recording, and they can connect with me. And we are a small town here in Klamath Falls, so when I go to Walmart or Home Depot, they do actually notice, like I've had somebody come up and they're like, oh, I've seen your video. And so that really gave me more confidence that they're actually seeing who I am as a person, and they're like, oh, and they remembered that video. So you get to connect with that family even more by the videos. And one thing with me, I stutter, I mix up my words, and I don't switch that in my videos. I keep it as normal because that is me as a person. And so that helps with that. And then it shows my leads that I am a person. I'm not just somebody that's selling a room like I. It shows that I'm a real person. I'm not just a salesperson. Pelican Point is a big part of my life. I've been here about 12 years, and this One-A-Day has helped us reach more leads because you get to send them out, especially with our big events. I bring those. We always do our One-A-Days. And like this Easter, like I had a co-host and they came down and did a One-A-Day with me. And then we send that onto our Facebook. They send it onto their Facebook. So it goes all over the community of Klamath Falls. And that really brings everything out in our small town. And so then we have huge events when Easter comes or Halloween comes. And everybody gets to see what's going on here at Pelican Point. And that just builds.
So a couple big takeaways from her video. She goes on to say a few more things. But at the beginning, she said, I didn't really have a lot of confidence before starting this. And she just said one day, you know what? I'm just going to dive in and start doing this. And she's now doing 5 one-day videos a day. Is it still kind of hard sometimes? Absolutely. But she was really vulnerable and sharing, I stutter, I mix up my words sometimes, but I haven't changed myself for my audience. I want people to know exactly who I am. So while I shared, practical tips that you can do to feel more confident on camera, lighting, background, things like that, remember at the core of this, we're trying to bring our unique and genuine selves to these videos. So you can do all the, equipment, tech things in the world, to make your videos look nicer. But at the end of the day, you need to be yourself as well. So please remember that as you start to record more videos and build your confidence. Let's watch this second video here.
Hi, this is Tegan. I'm the marketing director for Oakmont of Las Vegas. So to all my one-day users, how I found confidence in video, there's a few things. A little bit of it was like riding a bike. So initially, I fell off, I scraped my knee, I ripped my jeans, and I just kept getting back on the bike and riding the bike. What actually happened for me though was I figured out that if I could drop my head into my heart and connect with a clear, authentic message of my intentions, I felt great about it and I got great response from the receiving end. And that is really the simplicity in it for me, is I don't really care if my hair is perfect. I don't really care that the lighting is perfect. None of those things actually solved the dilemma of feeling insecure behind video. What actually solved it was repetition and authentic connection. I hope that you all figure out how to make one day work for you. And if there's anything that I can ever do to assist, I love to be a resource. I'm a huge one day fan. It definitely changed the game for me in terms of conversion. Good luck to you. I hope we can connect and maybe work together to help each other use one day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
So again, repetition. If you want to get better at this, if you want to feel more confident, you got to make it a regular part of your daily routine or weekly routine. You want to make sure that you not only feel confident in knowing how to use the tool, but seeing yourself on camera as well. So repetition is huge. And I love what Tegan said as well. As soon as I learned how to connect my head to my heart, it really changed the game for her. She, like Amber in the last video, was bringing her unique self to these videos. She was trying to be herself. She wasn't trying to be her coworker or her boss or, another one-day user. She was just trying to be Tegan. So again, be yourself as you go to record these videos. All right, well, let's dive into our reminder about evergreen videos. For those of you who don't know what an evergreen video is, no worries. I'm going to explain that right now. On the days when you're not feeling your best, you're sick, didn't get a lot of sleep, you don't feel like putting makeup on, or you're just not feeling confident, because we all have those days, let's be honest. But you still need to send out a video. Having evergreens that you can just click and send out will be a game changer, and of course, a time saver as well. So remember, these are videos that you record one time and use regularly. You don't mention anybody's name, no personal details are in the video. It's a generalized response or outreach that applies to a wide group of people. Again, saving you time because you can copy and paste or duplicate that video from wherever you need to send it from without having to record a brand new video. Sounds pretty good, right? Lastly, it's content that remains relevant and fresh for your audience. So, of course, we always encourage recording one-to-one personal videos where you say somebody's name when you have the time and you have the capacity. But again, on those days where you're just not feeling confident or you just don't have time to record a brand new video, having evergreens in your back pocket ready to go will be a game changer. Think about the videos or communication that you're just constantly sending out. Maybe it's an intro, pre-tour, post-tour, whatever it might be. Convert those into evergreen videos and use those when needed. Recap and next steps. Remember, guys, you're not alone. We're all in this together. We all have some sort of confidence issue. As somebody who's been doing this for 10 years, I still am not 100% confident when I have to record a video or see myself on camera during webinars like this. So remember, you're not alone. Practice in a safe environment starting out. If you're somebody who is just starting your video journey, or maybe you've been doing this for a while and still just aren't feeling confident when you go to record, start by practicing somewhere that you feel comfortable. Maybe it's at home somewhere. Maybe it's in your office. Maybe it's outside somewhere on your favorite hiking trail. Whatever it is, start practicing somewhere where you feel comfortable, just to ease some concerns that you have, and again, boost that confidence so that you're ready to record a video wherever and whenever you need to. And then, of course, again, be aware of your surroundings, external factors. If things are really noisy in an area that you're in, move somewhere quieter, and then be aware of lighting as well. And again, look your best to feel your best. Put your best foot forward. Well, coming up next month, our May webinar is going to talk about how to increase your open and play rate with video. This is a problem a lot of us deal with. People aren't always opening our emails. And even more, they're not seeing the value that we're trying to provide inside of that email. In some cases, maybe the email is getting opened, but the video inside that email isn't getting played, and recipients aren't taking in the value that you're trying to provide. So, how do we get more people to click on those emails and click play on those videos? Well, register for the May webinar and you will find out. If you ever have an idea for a webinar, we want to hear about it. Whether it's strategic, demo related, anything, please send us your idea at training@oneday.com. And if you ever have a one-day success story, we want to hear about it. I am always looking for new testimonials from customers, how one day has impacted their organization or them personally, if they've seen increases in leads, conversions, revenue, if they're just getting great responses from clients that they're working with, whatever it is. If you want to share your success story, email training@oneday.com. All right, it's question time. So what do we have? This isn't a question, but Keanu put in chat that whenever you do a personalized video on a topic that you always try to get an evergreen version after as a bonus. Evergreens are a big part of our marketing strategy. Thank you for that plug. It really is a game changer and is such a huge time saver. So thanks for sharing that. Any questions or comments? We've got 5 minutes left, so this is your time to ask anything about building confidence with video. If it's not related to that, you can still ask the question. Well, as you are thinking of a question, possibly, I'm going to touch on a few resources that I want y'all to be aware of. Just as a reminder, if you are brand new to One Day or you just need a reminder of where to log in, you can visit go.oneday.com to log in via the web application if you want to record from there, or find the One Day app on your mobile device. Log in. It's the same credentials for each, whether you're logging into the web or the mobile app. Email address and password are the same thing for both of those. If you ever have technical questions or issues, email support@oneday.com. And then if you ever have a question that isn't necessarily a tech issue, you're just wondering, how do I reset my password or how do I edit in the mobile app, whatever it might be, visit oneday.com/support to access our knowledge base. There's a lot of great articles on there and video tutorials associated with each article that'll give you step-by-step walkthroughs, both in a text format and video format, of how to do something related to One Day. As always, thank you for your time. I know that carving out a half hour, especially towards the end of the week, is not always easy. So just thank you all for being here today. I really do appreciate it. And just one more reminder, in the recap email that each of you will get with the recording link, I'm including a quick survey. Again, it literally takes 5 seconds to fill out, and it's just asking about what you thought of the webinar today. So please fill that out. I would so appreciate your comments and responses. I'm going to check on chat here. Looks like we do have a few questions. All right, Beverly, do you have recommendations for lights for your phone? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know what this is exactly. This is something that One Day gave all of us, but it's kind of a clip-on device. I can look for a few recommendations for you. If you just want to drop your email into the chat, I can send you some options. I just don't know any off the top of my head right now, but good question. And then, can you give examples of evergreen videos? Yeah, if you want to see actual examples, I can send you our Getting Started guide as well. And that will actually give you a bunch of different use cases for intro, post-inquiry videos, pre-tour, post-tour ones. So if anybody wants to watch actual evergreen examples and start to get ideas, drop your email into the chat and I can send you that as well. Um, and then there's a recommendation from Keanu about recording on an iPhone, making minor edits. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, absolutely. You can check Amazon for a ring light. There's so many different options on there, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on that either. Great. Well, we are at time. I am happy to stay on.